Let's take a look at Kris Bryant's swing, and I want to discuss how a piece of advice that his dad gave him at a young age has been so vital to his success as a hitter. Kris Bryant's dad was his hitting coach growing up and often told him to try to hit the baseball in the air. Now, this goes against what the vast majority of young players are taught. Most of the players that I work with have been told by their coaches to try to hit the ball on the ground, to try to stay on top of the ball, to hit the top of the baseball, and a number of different cues to try to avoid hitting the ball in the air. But I believe that the advice that Kris Bryant was given to try to hit the ball in the air is a better approach to take. The biggest reason for that is what it does for the bat path. Now, I talk a lot about how important bat path is. So let's go over what bat path is real quick. Bat path is the path of the bat through the hitting zone. So once the bat enters the deepest part of the hitting zone, which is back here, through a little bit out front of the front foot, so through there. So this path that he's taking right here. The first thing we notice is the bat's moving up. The reason for that is the pitch is moving on a downward plane. If we watch the pitch come in, it's moving down, the bat's moving up to meet it. So we want that bat to be on the path of the pitch for as long as possible. The best hitters in the world are able to do this. So we notice that with his approach of trying to hit the ball in the air, he's going to allow the bat head to enter the hitting zone very early. His barrel is below his hands, the bat is below the baseball, way back here. Most kids are taught to try to keep the barrel above the ball for as long as possible. So we notice that the barrel's already below the ball, and it's working up to meet this pitch that's moving down. The approach of trying to hit the ball in the air allows him to get the bat into the hitting zone early, which is one of the most important pieces of successful hitting. The last thing we notice here is that this bat path allows him to hit just below the equator of the baseball, which is going to provide a lot of energy into the ball, which causes him to hit this ball about 420 feet. The opposite approach is to try to hit the top of the baseball, which we clearly see he's not doing here. So overall, I believe that the advice that Kris Bryant was given, which is the exact opposite of most players, is a better approach to hitting. I think that trying to hit the baseball in the air gives the hitter the ability to let the bat enter the hitting zone early and stay in the hitting zone for a long time.